So I went downstairs, carried only my laptop bag. My box was still there. Opened my laptop, typed the resignation letter, closed it back, and I went back to sleep.
You were
And
so
that was
tired.
it. I was like, I'm gonna figure out the rest later. I'm sorry. I'm gonna figure out my life after. I just cannot do this.
Initially, right, like the day I dropped my resignation and everything was finalized, in my head, I'm like, it's not to get on that job. Like, I'm good at getting jobs. I'm great at interviews. I can talk. I can sell my market. I feel like I'm good at what I do. So, why not? I'll be fine. I had enough savings. I was just like, I think I quit in November. I think, yeah, it was November. So I had like a few weeks to just gallivant. I went to Abuja to see man. I was chilling. I was hanging out with my friends. Then I got to Canada. And then life showed me that, alas, I do not know how to find jobs.
Hi, my name is Raliat.
And hi, my name is Hamda. Welcome to this chaotic podcast that's camouflaging as lifestyle content, but is actually gbeborun.
Welcome to Oversharing and Banter.
Welcome to episode 2 of Oversharing and Banter in 2024.
Episode 2?
Like this year now.
2 episodes 10.
Everybody be alright. How are you doing? Long time no Oversharing and Banter. You people really has been cheating on me. She's making plans with one girl called Miriam.
Oh, yeah.
And she
I think it's because of you that we've had to cancel the dates twice now.
Women will lie.
It's your evil forces.
Every time we're like, oh, we're going to shoot this weekend. Oh, yeah, let's shoot. Really, I'll just say, I just came off from site. Oh, my site people are stressing.
Why are you lying?
Something happen, no. Next thing we not shoot. Now, what month are we? March. We have entered March. That's when we are shooting episode 2.
Happy new month.
Shame on you and shame on me. Shame on the two both of us.
Are you guys? Episode 1 has been ready since. But guess who has not finished editing? Hamdala.
He really is such a liar. Do you even know the wildest part? I think we shot episode 1 twice. Because then we're still like testing whether we're going to use YouTube, we're going to use this other app or whatever. And then really I was like, should we shoot again? And then we shot the third time. And
No. You're the one that made us shoot it a second time.
Show proof.
You were the
Show what is. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm alright. I'm just, living life like it's golden. Yeah. I'm stressed actually. Today was the first time in over a month that I did not go anywhere throughout the day. I slept.
That's good now.
I just chilled. I didn't stress myself too much, except for this particular podcast. And people have not subscribed. It's okay.
Really, please, free people. Okay. And you don't have home training. You don't ask me how I am.
So, how are you, my dear?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. I'm okay. Thanks for asking. Too late now. But yeah, I'm alright. I'm fine. Considering the circumstances, I'm actually fine.
So what's the worst thing that happened to you this week?
This week just waiting me today. Saturday. Sunday. The week is just starting, my dear. Okay, so last week, what's the worst thing that happened to me last week? So I wanted to go for like a job fair because you people know I'm in the job hunting pool right now, and I also wanted to go see an art exhibition. And so I was like, today I'm not taking Uber because I have to always remind myself that I'm a broke girlie in this Canada. It's Naira I brought. I was like, okay, let's take the bus. First of all, I saw my boss leave me. Like, I saw my boss. I wanted to cross and the bus just left. I was like, okay, now I have to look for another bus, right? So the next available bus that was like within the time frame I needed to get to the location was a 12-minute walk. Now, keep in mind that day was like minus 21 degrees. And I had no intentions of being outside for that long. Keep people. Right now, my little finger is paining me. Like this finger. It was so frozen, like it just hurts. And my sister is like, oh, it's mild frostbite. I'm like, that's why you just so mildly freeze yourself in this country. Okay. Mild. She said it will go. Wow. I said, okay. But yeah, that was the worst thing. I was just outside, just angry. And then, do you even know the wildest part? So after I took because I had to take 2 buses. After I took my first bus, at the second stop, I could not find the stop for my second bus. Because how the bus stops work is that on the sign, they put the bus that you're going to take. So I'm like, I cannot find my bus stop. My dear, I gave up and took Uber because I was just like, see, if I die in this cold, my mother is going to say, "Kileto if you be Uber," and I will not have anything to use to defend myself. So let me just like I was just done. When I was on my way back, I took the bus and nothing happened. You know, I did not lost. I found my stops. It was good. How about you? What's the worst thing?
The worst thing that happened to me this week. I did not rest. I did not rest. I pushed myself too much this week. I had so many sleepless nights because I had to edit some things. I had to send out invoices. I had to do stock keeping. It was just an overall bad week for work. Like, I didn't rest. But apparently that's what adulthood is. You never rest. Never give up, never what?
Back down. I want to back down, please. I want to rest.
I want to rest. But yeah,
I'm crazy.
So, did any wild thing happen to you this week?
Wild. I don't know. Does this count as wild? So Zikoko was like, I should come and do story takeover. I was like, my people.
Have you done it?
So that happened. Yeah, I did it. Like, it was this morning, even though I did not sleep because I had to post Nigerian time. So I was up from like, obviously I didn't even sleep. So I was up until maybe like 3 a.m. By 3 a.m. I was like, see, I'm posting everything now. I need to sleep. My brain is already working on 2%. But it was nice. It was just nice. I was just like, oh, that's nice. Nice recognition.
Yeah,
Plus I really like Zikoko.
I think you're doing another attitude in this March.
I know, I saw it. I'm just like, well, go. It's always fun. Go with Miriam.
I'll think about it.
What's the wildest thing that happened in your own life last week? Price that has gone up.
I pursued. Okay, prices. That one everybody knows is wild in Nigeria. The prices of things are going up. But I pursued somebody out of my sight. Again.
I don't understand. What do you mean again?
So, not like. Let me explain. So there's this bricklayer, and we're doing block setting that would help us get to finishing. And if they don't get it right in block setting, if the wall is going like this, when it's supposed to be going like this, everything you do from beginning will scatter. So I'm on site because we currently don't have an engineer. I'm on site trying to make sure that everything is working well. And then I go, and then there's this new guy, because we have 2 blocks, so there are 2 teams, and there's this new guy in the first team, and I said he should do something, and then he goes, oh, he's going to do it his own way, and then when he's done, I would see it. Then if he's not okay by me, he will not do it my own way.
Okay. So my question is, sir. Let's even say that I want to agree to these stupid terms. Who is going to pay for the cost of like demolition your own way?
My material. So I'm like, bros, do it this way. He didn't answer me again. I said, if you don't do it this way, get out of my sight. And then he's like, it's not my father's sight at the end of the day. But then he still continues working, and I'm like, do I look like a joke to you? And I started calling the security's name. Come. Get this guy out of my sight. The guy is still doing his work as if I'm a fly that is just buzzing around. And I told the security that, why did I hire you? If this guy doesn't leave the site in the next 5 minutes, me and you have a problem. And I left the place, and the guy carried his bag and got out of sight. I'm not going to be paying you money and then you be a misogynist to me. You're not going to do that. We're not going to, because if it was a guy that told you to do that, you would immediately, it wouldn't even, it's a no-brainer. They are used to this thing. If it's a woman, what does she know? What can she know? Who is she to tell me what to do? Anyways, yeah.
If as long as you know what that done, you would work, you do that work, but you will not collect your pay.
So the thing is that his boss would now come and beg. I didn't want a situation where anybody would come and start begging me later that I should pay him.
Beg. You tell the boss where they will sack the boss too, because all of them is like their brain plus the hirer of the mad person and the hiree.
I didn't
Real
want no future begging, and then I'll not be like, why did I not para in the first place? Get out. I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you. And yeah,
Oh,
that was
that's
wild.
crazy. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what's funny? That's one of the reasons why I didn't like site work. Like, you could
He
not beg
first
me to go to site.
what
I would not go because workers were
yeah.
just mad.
Yeah.
Just
The
like, I
first
beg, I'm
what
not about that
triggered
life.
me, what triggered me was I came and I said he was supposed to put block work there. And then he goes, the carpenter says he's not going to put block work. And I'm like, excuse me. Okay, let me introduce myself. I'm the PM on site. I'm an architect. I am telling you that you're going to put block there. And then he's like, the carpenter has already. So that one was already like, are you okay?
Apparently
Anyways,
not. He's not. He's not okay.
I've calmed
People will
now.
stress you.
Yeah,
I'm
people
glad to
stress
know.
you. So what's the best thing that happened to you this week?
So, best things that happened. One, I went to Calgary. Calgary is like 3 hours from here. And in Calgary, two of my other friends are there. So I saw Erica, I saw Dikpo, I saw Dikpo's wife Faye, and then I met some of Erica's friends, and it was just nice because we went to the zoo, went book shopping, went for lunch, we gallivanted, we feel like tourists, taking pictures everywhere.
It's okay. If you want to know more about what you did, go to our own private thing. Please. It's okay. Thanks.
And we also had like a paint and sip and games night and watch 2 movies. Do you know the best thing about this virtual thing? You cannot beat me.
Wow.
Okay, but like that aside, and that thing happened. So like Radia knows that I started a newsletter, right? And it's called The Other Side of Hamda.
Yeah, you guys check it out. Yeah,
it's on Substack.
Substack. Yeah,
it's Substack, and it's basically just me showing the less happy, less bubbly, less yellow side of my personality, and just like the gloomy shit I've been through and sad shit. And then I dropped a newsletter yesterday, and I titled it "I Only Have One Kidney." I don't have one kidney, but like the story inside is very stressful and shocking. And guys, the amount of like messages and emails and DMs
really?
I've just been getting, people just saying, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry you had to deal with that. I hope you're better." The people with the bubbliest personalities, you don't know what they've been through. And in my head, I'm like, if you don't have healed past this, that's why I can't write about it, right?
After this film, after we're done filming, I'm running to go and read it because I've not had time to read it. I like to read her newsletters when I'm just like,
sure, right?
Like just
But it's just been nice, like getting. Like, initially, I was like, I'm actually want to post this. But then I'm like, I'm over it. I'll talk about it at this point. Why not? And it's not even explicit shit yet, right? So it's just nice. And that news, you figure it out. Should be I say, should you not read?
No,
go and read.
Please no. Tell them a little
I don't want
bit
to give spoilers. I see. So the title is supposed to trigger you to go and read it, and then when you read it, you're like shock. What? I don't know all of these things about Hamda. That's basically the energy. So like I can't tell you what it's about because then it takes away that element of surprise when you're reading. We'll go and
read it together after this. After if you listen to the podcast, maybe we'll link it in the description so you can just go there.
Yes, please.
To read
it. And it's wild because that's my best newsletter so far. I had over. I was checking the stats this morning. Let me just confirm so I know that I'm not going to be telling lies. I had over 100 new subscribers from that newsletter yesterday.
Wow.
And normally it's just like maybe 30-something, 50-something. I'm like, you people like gist, so you like gist. But yeah, that's the best thing. Nice. How about you? That's the best thing that happened last week. Not you scratching your head.
I finished the project. I don't know. Still work. I don't know, nothing. Just work. I finished the project and it was interesting.
How about the part? Like, you don't want to tell them about the part that you've just been home by yourself and just been chilling and enjoying solitude. Yeah.
So my husband traveled on Monday and I've just been home alone. Obviously, I miss him, but like, it's just been a while I've been alone. And I love it. Like, obviously, I want him to come back soon-ish.
She said that soon-ish.
Like, I love...
If
you listen to this, I love you, I'm sorry. But like, yeah. I've been at home. I've been doing everything I want. I've been living life like it's golden. I'm sorry. But yeah, that was actually so yeah.
That's
Yeah.
nice. We don't gist 16 minutes in. Please let's get into today's topic.
Yeah, what are we talking about today?
Today we are talking about job hunting chronicles, like job hunting in a new country or just like job hunting in general. I think we'll still we'll rephrase this topic better. But yeah, it's basically about job hunting and you know the shaggy of going from having a steady income to just not having money, and then like stuff like switching careers, entrepreneurship. Probably is going to touch on that, figuring out how to make money, how she left her 9 to 5 completely. Me, I don't have the mind, you know, so just stuff like that.
Woke up in the morning, literally, and sent in. I was supposed to go to work, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. I cannot do this anymore. And I just sent in my resignation letter, closed my laptop, and I went to sleep.
How many years ago was this? Because it's wild. It feels like it's been so far.
This was in 2022. I know. It was like August or September 2022. Yeah.
So that's just like 2 years ago. Crazy.
Yeah. So, and I had a whole,
My question is, so we know that 9 to 5 is shaggy and capitalism is a bitch, right? But like, do you want to like give us like a brief summary of how you got to that point, or like what was happening at your place of work that made you be like, see, this thing's no longer for me, I'm tired, I'm done, I'm quitting?
So I think so many things. First of all, I wasn't getting paid enough. As at 2022, am I comfortable sharing? Yes, I was earning 240,000 naira as a project manager, and I was handling about 10 sites. So I was going from point A to point B to point C and yada yada yada. I mean, it's a lot of money for some people, but like I was fueling my car, I was transporting myself. There was no transportation allowance, so my money wasn't what I was earning wasn't even enough for me. So there was that on one side. On the other hand, I had to deal with there was a client that pushed me over to the edge. So because I was the PM,
is it the client I think it is?
I'm not sure.
I can't whisper. Oh my god! I cannot let
Oh my god! You realize?
Because my brain just glitched. I'm like, oh. It's not even him. It's not him. That's
no. It wasn't him. It was just one particular woman that was insulting and just. So I had to deal with clients. I was doing customer success, so I would speak with all the clients one-on-one. Like there was nobody. I would interact with them, and then I also had to make time to do my actual job, which is manage the projects, the timelines, the budgets, everything. It was so overwhelming. So I went on leave for 2 weeks. I think it was a friend's wedding, so I traveled to Abuja, and I was supposed to be on leave, and I did not get 1 day off. I was still speaking with clients, I was still speaking with the engineers, I was still doing things. So I was still working, and I was so overwhelmed. And then I got back to Lagos, and then the next day I was supposed to resume work, and I just could not do it.
You were just done.
So I just woke up. I didn't even tell my husband anything. I just got up. My laptop, because I was so exhausted, my flight was delayed till like midnight. So when I got home, I didn't even carry anything from the car. So I went downstairs, carried only my laptop bag. My box was still there. Opened my laptop, typed the resignation letter, closed it back, and I went back to sleep.
You were so tired.
That was it. I was like, I'm gonna figure out the rest later. I'm sorry. I'm gonna figure out my life after. I just cannot do this. And
that's actually like crazy.
I would not advise anybody to do this, please.
But yeah, except you have someone that's putting your bills on. You have like runway savings of like maybe 1 year or 2 years. If that's
exactly. Please. And then especially if you don't know what you're supposed to do next, the identity crisis the months after I was depressed. It was bad. I didn't know who I was. I didn't throughout my life, I had like a plan. There was after uni, masters, NYC, work. I had been working for like 6 years before then. So I didn't know who I was. Anyway, I didn't know what I was going to do in my life. I was just like winging it.
Quarter life crisis.
I'm telling you, my husband, I'm sure that, like during those months, he was just like, I don't know. I don't know. But we thank God.
She's in a
Yeah.
better
Which is
place
why I said in
now.
the last episode, yeah, at the end of 2023, I had the clarity, and I think for the first time in more than a year, for this past 3 months, I've been able to identify where I think I know my life is going to think.
That's great. That's great.
But yeah,
Like I'm just happy for you because guy, if you Ralia did so many things, what did Ralia not do? Ralia, let's
to
see. We're
find
not. This
myself, I
this is not
started.
the place to say Budi
I did so many things. I traded.
Good.
I learned
Ralia,
event
see, do you know
planning.
what it
I
is for
learned
someone to
event
do
decoration. I learned
trading?
like
I
forex
was just
trading,
like,
no, not trading.
yeah,
Forex, UI, UX,
she did
coding.
coding. She did product management. I was just like, hey, my friend is
Pro-
scattered. She's
I
going through it.
was
But then I'm just like,
scattered.
I think I also sort of understood that it's just a phase. Like you're just trying to figure out, okay, where should I go next? What is more viable right now? So I
Where's
was
my
like,
place? Yeah.
anything she says she's doing, I'm like, okay, how is it
There was one
going
time
now? What
Hamdala
was
was
your
like,
course today?
there was one time I told Hamdala that I'm learning data analytics, and she was like, I'm going to tell you something. You're not going to learn any other thing except the data analytics for the next. How long do you give yourself? Till then, I don't want to hear you say
See,
that you are doing
we
something
had a
else.
full
Continue for
call
me.
strategizing, going to the details about how she was going to do this course till the end, get an internship, get a job. You people, next thing Ralia came and said she has started interior decor. I said, oh.
I'm starting a YouTube channel. No, I started my YouTube channel.
See,
Yeah.
confusion is a bad thing. That's all I'm going to say.
It is.
But we're just happy for like a better place and a better space
Yeah.
and all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how about you? How was it for like? I think it's just been like 3 months since you stopped
December,
working.
January, February. We just enter March,
Yeah.
so yeah, technically 3 months. Yeah. So what do you want to
how
ask
has
me?
it been for you so far?
The shake is
Because
about. See, I feel like I'm entering the phase where Ralia was.
for me, I didn't quit because I had to travel or leave my like Nigeria. I just did it myself. But you were forced to actually leave where you were working. So like, how has it been?
Okay, so initially, right, like the day I dropped my resignation and everything was finalized, in my head, I'm like, it's not to get on that job. Like, I'm good at getting jobs. I'm great at interviews. I can talk. I can sell my market. I feel like I'm good at what I do. So, why not? I'll be fine. I had enough savings. I was just like, I think I quit in November. I think, yeah, it was November. So I had like a few weeks to just gallivant. I went to Abuja to see man. I was chilling. I was hanging out with my friends. Then I got to Canada, and then life showed me that, alas, I do not know how to find jobs. You guys, like, I have been spending all my time on Indeed, on LinkedIn, on Glassdoor. And the problem with job hunting is that it gets depressing. Like, you just reach a point where you start to doubt yourself, like, okay, am I sure I'm doing the right thing? Am I sure social media is for me? Am I sure I understand content marketing? At this point, I'm like 2 seconds away from paying for a $250 graphic design course, because I'm like, at my core, I'm a designer, right? But yeah, I should just go and brush up on my design skills and go into that, because then I have more remote opportunities. See, there is nothing I have not thought about. I'm like, ooh, product marketing might not be bad. I know how to talk to people. I know how to get feedback. I'm great at
going
market
into that
research.
Yeah.
I'm just like, and some days I just need to catch myself. I'm like, you actually know
This
social
is not
media.
what you
You
want to,
understand
yeah.
it. You can branch into other stuff. Like right now, I'm doing a course on SEO marketing, but like, auntie, it still has to be within the social media. You can do graphic design, yes, it still falls under social media, but what are you looking for in product marketing? So it's just that self-consciousness and self-awareness, and just like constantly reminding myself that, okay, I'm actually good at what I do. I need to calm down. And then I had a conversation with a career coach babe. She met, like, I know her from LinkedIn, and then she reached out. She wanted to do a YouTube live. I'm like, that's fine, that's good. So we're talking about like what I've been doing, how many rejections I have been getting, the shaggy of it, how I had one interview that went absolutely well. I did stage 1, stage 2. I did test. They gave me like a workshop to do. I designed. I came up with an entire deck. And in my head, like the
Yeah.
way that conversation was during the interview, they were like, oh my goodness, they enjoyed talking to me. They love my excitement, my enthusiasm. They love my assignments. They love the thoughts I put into it. Me, I was already like, Alhamdulillah, I found work. And then they sent me an email
Lo
that,
and
oh, they had to
behold.
go with another candidate. That entire week I was depressed. Like, I was not applying for anything. I was just in my room, eating, sleeping, watching this, because I was just like, what went wrong here? I don't know. So anyway, I was speaking with the career coach lady, and she was telling me that the thing is, you just have to remind yourself that obviously when you're applying, you put your best foot forward. You make sure you tweak your CV to align with the job description and what's not. You do your research about the company. You come correct to the interview. If you don't get it, you just have to remind yourself that it's either of two things. Either they found somebody better than you, like there's always going to be somebody else better than you, or you just did not sell yourself enough. So right now, I feel like I have my resume is strong. Like I always get interviews. I always get people reach out to me, but I've probably just not hacked the interview process very well. So I'm gonna be doing an interview course because I'm like, maybe how they interview in Nigeria is not the same way they interview in Canada.
Yeah, I
Maybe
was
there's
even
some
going
things
to
they
ask that.
expect.
Do you think you being a Nigerian also affects this thing? Do you think
I
they're
don't like to think
biased?
about race because then you just
Yeah.
enter a loop. I'm just like, see, if it's not me they want, it's not me they want. And if race is a problem for them, then I probably don't want to
Then you
work for
don't
that
want to be
company.
there.
So like
Yeah.
there are people that are like, oh, they don't hire Nigerians, you have to do interim job, you have to do care job. I'm just like, in the end, all these things they are saying, I know a lot of Nigerians working in Toronto that came from
Mm-hmm.
Lagos. I know people that got gigs remotely. So it's just trying to figure out how to do what they did and land myself a gig. I don't want to do no fucking care job. I'm sorry. I'm so bushy for that. So yeah, but yeah, it's been crazy. I'm not going to lie. And then you get like your friends calling you and then they're just like, oh, how is everything going? And every time it's just the same answer. I'm sorry, I'm still job hunting. My dear, it is hunting. We're hunting for the job. There's no life
We've
updates.
not
Don't ask
found
me
the
about
we've not
any
found
other
the
thing.
meat. We're still
See,
hunting.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, that's how it's been.
But has that made you, because when I quit my job for like the longest time, I would always think, should I just go back? Should I go back?
And
Should I go
so
back to
with
nine to
me, the
five?
problem is where am
Should
I going
I?
back to? Like,
I know,
there's
like,
no
I mean, have
back.
you, like, I meant to say, do you wish you did not now Japa? Like, has this made you wish that you were still in your comfort zone? You were still in Nigeria where you
Yes.
had your job, that you were earning money and, like, you didn't have to go through all this, like, shaggy that you're going through?
Yes, I have days. Like, in fact, I have more days than not where I'm just like, who sent me? Like, why did I move? And nobody tells you about these things. Everybody just says, oh, Canada is nice. It's cold. You make money. Yada, yada. Come. And then you come and then you see Shege. And then some days I'm just like, if I was in Lagos, first of all, I'm like, see, there's no doubt about it that I've gotten that job. Secondly, I'll be making more money from Lagos stories because people want to collaborate, but then they realize I am in Canada and they're just like, And then I'm like,
Your
I
audience might
literally
not
have
be.
80% of audience of my people still in Lagos. What do you mean you don't want to work with me? And there's also like the choir aspects, the fashion thing. I know that if I was in Lagos, it would just be better because I already have clothes there. I'll be able to sell my markets better. It might also just be the thing where I am already just very comfortable in Lagos. I know how to make money in Lagos. So some days I'm just like, Talura Mishe. Who was chasing me? Nobody. Well, obviously, there's Nigeria. Blah Blue was chasing all of us. Dollar Race is chasing all
Yeah.
of us. But there's some days I just think about it and I'm just like, I
Insecurity.
should have just stayed. Who sent me? And then the days I'm like, I'm grateful I'm here. I'm alright. I'm chill. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are days like
And then,
that.
like, thankfully you had like soft landing. You were able
Yeah.
to, yeah.
I have my sister. Like, I was talking with Dipo and like, he has a wife. He has fears. He brought Naira to this country. The exchange rate is crazy. I mean, I'm just here like, I'm so sorry. I can't relate because I'm eating free food. I don't have to worry about rent. Any money I have. And luckily, I've even been getting like some gigs from Lagos. Like Lagos tourist gigs, like design gigs or whatever. Any money I have, I'm just eating my money. That's why I can afford to go to Calgary. That's why I can afford to go for events. Ashake is coming. I'm already like, I'm booking my ticket. Because I also realized that another problem is that it gets depressing, right? And so you get into this phase where you just don't have any energy to live, right? Like you don't
You're
want to do
just
stuff you
trying
enjoy.
to
You don't
find
like
out how to
there
survive.
was like 3 weeks where I did not go anywhere, and my star is just like, what kind of content creator is this? So why are you not going? I was like, what's your problem? I'm sure you're fine. And
Yeah.
my mommy will always call me and say, I'm worried about you. I've not seen any post. Are you sure you're fine? And like obviously I would lie to them that I'm fine, because you know you have to make your family people feel good and not make them stress over you. But I just realized that I was just getting into that place where I just didn't have any will to do anything. So right now I'm like,
Energy.
yes, so I'm seeing Shaggy, I'm job hunting, I want to make more money. Like I'm not making as much money as I would like to, but I'm not dying. You know, I'm living for free. I'm chilling. I don't have any responsibility. Auntie, please spend this money. Don't stress me. Enjoy your life. Life is too short, right? And plus, I
Yeah.
also need to create Canadian based content because I want to reach the Canadian market. So if I keep staying indoors,
Yeah.
that's never going to happen.
You're
So
not gonna.
see again,
Exactly.
it's just a lot of sitting yourself down and talking to yourself and reminding yourself of who you are and where you want to go. That's what it's
Yeah.
been. Yeah.
Yeah. And then like something I would even also say is that, when this thing happens, you're just trying anything you see that is happening next, you think that is something that you want to do. For instance, you mentioned product marketing. Maybe you've seen something about it and that's why you've thought about it. But it's not necessarily something that you want to do. But because you are so confused and because you're desperate, it's easy to just fall
Exactly.
into
Yeah,
the
just like, okay,
I
let's look
want to
for other
learn how to
opportunities.
exactly how do I make
Meanwhile, you
money?
can
I
just
want to
keep
trade.
getting better at what you're already good
Well,
at. So like, why
exactly,
stress?
exactly.
Meanwhile, random, like I just want to veer off. Do you know the wildest things that's been happening to me since I got here? Ralia, do you know that they are LinkedIn scammers? Like people will reach out to you
How?
and say they have a
Mm-hmm.
role for you, and then they will
Mm-hmm.
say, oh, fill out this form, and then you'll be getting weird questions like, what's your house address? Where do you live? How much do you earn? I'm looking for a job. I didn't earn no money. Don't ask me questions like that. Or then you have phishing links. That like there was one day,
Oh
so
my
I had
god.
to. I think I was revamping my Fiverr account. I had to reactivate my what's it called now, PayPal, because that was like I had to link it for payments and whatnot. And then I get an email saying a transaction was just made with a PayPal account. And I'm like, no, no transaction has been made. I literally just revamped this thing yesterday. But then the email says something PayPal, whatever. And so I opened the email and it says, oh, if you didn't do this transaction, give us a call on our
Click on
helpline. And
this.
so I called the number because like everything happened in like such a short time frame, because I was on a call with one of my friends. I guess I'm like, oh, I'll call you back. So I'm seeing something that I don't understand here. So I called the number. And then the guy's like, oh, it happens sometimes. He's sorry that he will run me through the process of getting my account back and fixing it. And then he's like, oh, I need to go to this website. And then he calls the website to me. And then he's like, the website is asking for a code. And then in that moment, my Lagos just came, because I'm like, wait, this website is not a PayPal account. I can't see any /help. It's a weird account. Why would PayPal be asking me for an account, like for a code? And then I just cut, because
Yeah.
I'm like, these people would have hacked my laptop.
You didn't insult. I swear. Oh my god, I watched a
Carried
movie.
the small money
I
that I
watched a
have.
movie. The old woman, she had savings, life savings, her pension. She even had a fund, a children. I don't even know. She had access to some money that was supposed to be for like a children. What's this thing? An
Trust
orphanage,
fund? Okay.
an
Orphanage.
orphanage. And then they hacked her account and wiped everything. They just said, "Oh, there's a code that's going to come in now. Press the code, or you're going to have a blank screen for a few seconds. Something, something, something." And then her laptop comes back on and it's 00000,
See,
and she
my
shoots
sister.
herself.
She shoots herself. And Hero
She,
go
she
shoot
kills
herself.
herself. Amen. No. Because
But yeah, like,
sometimes I don't know, sir. But
it's
yeah,
wild.
thank
Like,
God.
so
Oh.
now I'm super paranoid. Like, I double check everything. And there's also this thing that happens. I feel like I'm veering off a bit, but it's still based on this whole gist. Something happened to one of my friends. They robbed her. First of all, two of my friends. She was shopping. She wanted to go into the change room to try out an outfit, and she dropped her bag. I feel like sometimes when you move to a new country, you feel a bit less paranoid. You feel more comfortable.
Than
You feel like, oh,
Lagos.
this is safe. And so you forget how to be cautious, I guess. And so she
Jagaban.
leaves her bag. She
Yeah.
used her bag and she goes, see, they carry her entire bag, they carry her laptop, her phone, her everything. That happened to another of my friend. The only lockdown one had was that day she didn't take her laptop to work, but they take all her cards, her PR card, her ATM cards, her credit debits,
Happy
and now that she has to go through the whole process of trying to get everything
all
back.
over
So I just want to
again.
say,
Oh
if you
my god.
jackpot, like please retain your Lagosian in
In
you,
fact,
retain your
everywhere
Nigerianness.
you
Like
are.
everywhere, like
Exactly.
I'm always still doing the whole make sure my phone is in my pocket, make sure like everything is zipped and locked. When I'm on the bus, I'm holding my bag to myself because see, I'll be so ashamed to come online and say they robbed me in
They
Canada.
robbed
Emi
me
omo
in
Eko.
Canada.
Please, it can never
Like my mom will
happen.
always say that if you live in Lagos, you can live anywhere because of how like so.
Yeah,
I was watching someone's vlog, Lydia
yeah.
Dinga. She's a YouTuber, and she placed her. You know all this be like I don't know. She had placed her phone. She was at the concert. She placed her camera rather on like a stand, and then she's eating something just to show her where she
Mm-hmm.
is and all that. And then she turns her back for like a microsecond and turns back, and someone grabbed the camera. But then the thing is, the camera was still recording. The person puts the camera in her bag, and then she comes and is like, "You took my camera," and then she's like, "Oh, I didn't know it was yours. Why did you keep it there?" What? What?
I was. So
I didn't
yeah,
know what
like
it was. So
there are
yeah,
thieves
just be very
everywhere, there are
cautious.
pickpockets everywhere.
And this was
Like
in the
be
UK.
extra
Yeah,
cautious. Yeah,
yeah.
don't go and be I beg, don't go and go and think you're in a safe country. No country is safe.
I
Every
swear.
country has their safe and unsafe zones.
So you mentioned now social media management and all of that, but like knowing that this is not something you did as like for your BSc and MSc, how has it
Yeah.
been transitioning and moving to a completely like I'm still kind of in the field of architecture, but like you've moved away completely from anything construction and architecture, and how has that move been? And do you have any regrets?
I thought see zero no regrets. Zero regrets. So I think
I'll have
for
you guys
me,
know that this was our best graduating student in architecture.
if I graduated
But
with
go
first
on,
class,
go on.
like, do you know
Yeah.
one of the wonders? Like, my father still calls me from time to time, and he's like, "You're in Canada, you're in a new country. Are you sure you don't want to go back to architecture? The pay is going to be better there." And in my head, I'm like, "I know, but is it what I want to do in my life? I don't think so."
Yeah.
Anyway, so you were saying, do I have any regrets? I don't have any regrets because what I liked about architecture was design. Any other thing, I didn't like. I didn't like site work. I didn't like the calculation of things. I didn't like the project. Like, I just wanted to design and be left alone.
And go.
Like, I'm just at my heart, at my core, I'm a designer. For me, switching to digital marketing, it was like a light came up in my head. I'm like, oh my goodness, I fit better within this field. I enjoy conversations. I enjoy design. I love storytelling. Like, content marketing is literally just the art of storytelling and figuring out how to tell good stories so that people can buy a market. And so, like,
Mm,
when you ask me if I have no regrets, I didn't have no regrets. So I'm just happy where I am, and I'm just, I'm killing it. Some days that I didn't have any regrets. Some days though, I do consider going back to do like maybe interior decor or furniture design. Cause see, I just want to do design. I don't
of
want to
which
calculate
of
anything.
which
Then don't
you
say
guys
it. Don't
something is
say
coming.
anything. Nothing is coming. But that's going to take some work on my part because it's not like, yeah, I like design, but it's not like I understand the nitty gritties of interior design or the nitty gritties of joints or the nitty gritties of what the best type of wood to use or if something else will work better. So it's some days I'm like it's a far-fetched dream, but yeah, it's just there by social media. Some days I'm like, life is short. If you don't do this thing now, when will you do it, right? So I don't know. It just comes to me
Yeah.
from time to
And
time.
then you know me, I'm a dreamer. I really believe that if you dream or if something comes to your mind, you should absolutely do it. Not
No, it's not strong
not
enough. The thing that I should absolutely do is Koya. That's the strongest thing that
yes,
has been in my mind since
exactly. You
forever.
guys, please help me beg Hamdallah. Go to our
It's
DMs, go to
it's not a
everywhere you
matter
can
of
find her.
begging.
Please. I don't know why. December, we're talking about this thing, and she was like, I'm going to Canada, Akoya, at the forefront of my mind. While I'm looking for the job, I might not even need the job anymore because I'll be doing social media and Koya. Where is Koya now?
Koya is sleeping, hibernating. That's what
Better
Koya
wake it up.
is.
Wake up! Pour
Bro,
water
speaking
on it.
about that, like, if there's anybody that makes custom adire, please reach out to me. Like, you make good
Yeah,
stuff with high quality cotton, thick cotton. Reach out to me because I want to make some stuff, but I don't want regular random designs, right? And I want to make it in like
yeah,
bulk and said because fabric care is outrageous. See, I bought fabric care once. I'm never doing it again because my Jebo ancestors will not be proud of me. Yeah. So
yeah,
and also like Ashoki, let me know if you make stuff like that. Thanks and God bless.
yeah. So I want to quickly touch on networking and how important that is generally in moving to a new country, finding a new job,
In
being an
life, safe.
entrepreneur, in life, everything you want to do, networking. So, for instance, me, I don't think I'm the best network. I don't think I'm someone who networks as much as I should, especially knowing that I am an entrepreneur and I need to find people to give me jobs.
Yeah.
So, what pointers do you have? And then, have you been able to network well? Going to Canada and even like transitioning to a new career. Did networking play a part? All of that.
I think the first thing that played a part was making good friends. Like I will always
Which is
say, I
networking.
start. I don't like to frame networking and friendship together because I don't think it's the same thing. Like friendship is I love this person, they're my guy, and then they sort of link me up to an opportunity. Love it. My first my first job, that one it was based on merits, to be honest. We had a competition, TBW, and my team won, and then I interviewed and they were like, yes, you're perfect, so I want to work with you. So I got that one. But subsequent was like eating life. It was honestly, like there's the merit aspect of things. There's the part where you interview and people are like, oh yes, this person is perfect for the role. But there's also the part where somebody knows somebody that works on that team and then they link you up and then they're like, oh, there's an opportunity there. So I feel like networking is important. Pointers I would give for networking is this: when it comes to work, like you actually have to go to those work events. When I was in Lagos, tech
Mm,
events back to back, you will see me there. There's nothing I'm looking for except to talk to people. Also, because on the content creator side of things, it's great when people meet you and they're like, oh, what do you do? And you're like, oh, I'm a content marketer, I'm a content creator, I have 60K Kiniko followers, and I've worked with yada 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 brands. It just gets people interested in you. They collect your Instagram handle, they collect your number, they chat you up, you guys are acquainted, right? And then sometime in the future, they can reach out to you and they're like, oh, I'm working on a project, though, want to run ads, want to run collaborations, do you want to come? Or, oh, I have an event, so do you want to come? And so, yes, I think networking is important. I know it's not easy to walk up to
mm,
strangers and just strike up a conversation. Random
mm.
pointers. That is very traditional, but how you dress, in this life is important.
Yeah,
And team,
yeah,
when you're going for an event that you want to meet people, you want to network, dress up. Like dress up in the like be extra, be as extra as you can be. Obviously, you dress appropriate. If you want to do if it's a semi-formal event, you dress up in your slacks and whatever. If it's like a proper party, you shout out to your Owambe outfit and drag them out of your closet. But one thing I've seen with being extra in your dressing is that even on days when you're shy, it's sort of like a conversation starter. Like people walk up to me and they're like, oh my goodness, I love your dress. And I'm like, I designed it. And then we start talking about the fact that I illustrate, I make dresses. They know about Koya. They're like, oh, give me your number. And they might not buy Koya, but they might link up with me for something else entirely. So see, dressing well is important. Also, fight the discomfort of talking to people. I say I'm a
yeah.
great conversationalist and I talk a lot and I have no problem doing it. But a lot of times I'm still anxious. A lot of times my energy is low. My energy is high, but it drops very, very quickly and then I lack social battery. So it's just like forcing yourself to just be like, see, this is what I'm here for. And nobody's gonna bite me. I'm an adult. I know
Mm-hmm,
English. I can
mm-hmm.
talk to anybody. Pata somebody will tell you they're busy. But I've never walked up to anybody and they will not want to talk. Like people always want to talk. And some people are just like, oh, I know you from Instagram. But I don't think that's it. It's just that you also have to remember that people are also there to network. When you walk up to a person, they don't know who you are, so they are open to talking to you. Everybody is open to talking to you. It's later both of you cannot realize that both of us were hustlers,
Ah,
so
we're
we
not
didn't
all
have
right
nothing to
too.
offer each other, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like just keep your mind open and force yourself to talk, and people, like, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And another thing, please collect number, collect Instagram handle,
Yeah.
collect WhatsApp. Like, just get something, collect emails, get something that you can use to refer back to the person later. Reach out to them. If it was an amazing conversation, there's some networking events where I'm like, oh, this person, I'm going to make you my friend because the conversation was sweet. It wasn't even a thing of, okay, business opportunities or anything that has to do with money. Just like, oh, I actually want this person myself because I think they are smart, right? So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. So, chat, it's three things: go out, talk to people, dress well, fight yourself. Four
Me for,
things, four things.
yeah. For me, I don't find it difficult to converse with people. I think I'm a good conversationalist. Is that the word? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But it's going for the event, it's staying on top of when the next event is supposed to be, and actually going. And like, I was talking about going for one of our friends
Exhibition.
solo exhibition. So actually making myself go, and then potentially meeting people, and things like that. Gratitude, for instance, making myself go for things like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
There's like the general events that is like hurting you, like entertainment events, right? But if you're looking for like career focused events, then the assignment is for you. If you're in tech now, I would say, uh, follow Eventbrite. They post stuff. Follow all the tech, the hard tech. What's that other one? Anything that follows the coco, there'll be news about tech events there. Follow tech about like
Mm-hmm.
any tech, and then follow brands. Like, follow brands so that you know when the brands are having events. Like
And
that year that we went
influencers
for
in that
Flutterwave,
field.
yeah. That year that I
Yeah.
went for Flutterwave job fair, I knew about it because I had been following Flutterwave for the longest time. So when they posted, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll go. So like,
Mm-hmm.
is that thing of, when they say if you how do they even say this phrase? Like, marry rich. If you want to marry rich, you have to go to where the rich people are and then fall in love. Have you ever heard that thing before? It's basically the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to work in this field or you want to network within this space, go to where those people are and network there. Like, find them.
Yeah.
No snare, please.
Mm.
Money will not fall, except you're a trust fund baby shark.
Money will not.
And in that case, I would
Yeah.
like to network with you.
What advice do you have for someone who has moved to a new country or planning to relocate, and they're actively seeking for work?
I
Based
didn't
on
have
your
no
experience,
advice.
three
I
months.
literally just moved. That's what I'm
Maybe
looking
here
at you
for
like
three
that.
months.
Let me see. Advice. Just, so this advice that I'm going to give you is not based on personal experience. It's based on what other people have told me and I'm trying to implement. And maybe I've seen that, okay, some of it work. So initially, when I first came, I had like my Lagos resume. It was just my regular Lagos resume, and I was not getting any
Mm-hmm.
interviews. And then someone tells me, tweak this. I don't know if this is legal to say, but for instance, if you work in a global company but you're in the Lagos branch, please, dear, you see the place that they found that company. If it's in the West, that's the address you should be putting there. So you know how you say Eden Life Lagos Nigeria or Eden Life Community Manager Lagos Nigeria. Eden Life has, okay, so Eden Life is not global. Well, it's global, but technically it's still African, right? You want to put that whole, I have experience from the West, from Europe, from wherever. So for somewhere like Pastel that was
Yeah.
founded in the US, even though I only worked in their Lagos office, I will put Pastel Africa Digital Communications Manager
US.
USA. And then after
Yeah.
I did that, I saw that I was getting interviews. So sometimes it's just like, I will not say, it's more like a white lie. Like, it's not a lie, but it's, you're just making it
I mean, it's the
finesse
same
your
company.
resume. Okay?
Yeah.
Finesse your resume. Another tip I have is, and this one is hard, is annoying to do, but like, for each role you're applying for, you actually have to match your resume to fit the things that they're asking for in that role.
Each
Obviously, it has to be
individual.
stuff that
Yeah.
you can do, right? Like, don't go and be telling lies, because me, you know how people are like, oh, you can lie on your resume. I'm not for lying, because I'm a bad liar, and any lie that I cannot
Mm-hmm.
defend, I'm not there. So I will not advise you to lie on your resume, but like, tweak it, make it good. If you have numbers, things that you achieved, 50% kinikon, you help the company make X amount of money in dollars, put it there. What other thing would I advise? Don't apply on one place.
Never
I know a
give
lot of
up.
people are
Never
just like,
works.
never back down. I wanted to say, open yourself to like other job sites. So there is the regular ones, there's LinkedIn, there's Indeed, but there's also Glassdoor, there is Social Rover jobs if you are like into social media. Like, put yourself everywhere, because some things will be on LinkedIn but they will not be on Indeed, right?
Do you think Fiverr
What
and
else?
Upwork and the likes, do you think they also help?
So that one
Or it
is if
depends
you're
on the
like into
role?
stuff that has to do with gigs. It depends on the role. Like
Yeah.
if you're into graphics, you're into video editing, if you're into social media management, if you're an illustrator, great. Set up your Fiverr account from Lagos. So don't be like me and now come to Canada 2 months later, you're like, oh, I have a Fiverr account, I should revamp it, my dear. Set up your Fiverr account, your freelancer account, your Upwork account. Start looking for gigs from Lagos before you move. Like, in fact,
Yeah.
immediately you get the sense that, oh, my PR is coming. Canada is already telling you invitations to apply. Your explanatory is already got. See, just start doing all these things. Another thing one of my friends I just reconnected with was telling me was that sometimes you just have to shoot founder shots. Like, send those code messages on LinkedIn. I have not done it because I'm just like, oh my goodness, isn't that intrusive? But yeah, I also know people who, like, I know someone at Eating Life that got her job by sending the founder a tweet. So
Yeah,
it's just,
okay.
again, getting yourself out of your comfort zone. So yeah, now my assignment to myself is I have to go and list all the startups that I would like to work
You want
with,
to work
and
with.
then find their founders, do my research, and shoot my shots.
And then,
Yeah.
on the entrepreneurship front, I would say figure out what it is, because I don't know if this happens to everyone, but sometimes some people would want to force an opinion of what they think your career should be, especially if you're an
I
entrepreneur. Do you
yeah.
understand? Like, sometimes someone will tell me that, oh, there's this architecture gig design. I'm like, I don't do architecture anymore. If you want an interior designer, if you want a project manager, call me. But to sit down and be drawing on Revit, it's not gonna be me again in this lifetime. Maybe in another one. So, things like that. Oh, there's this product. Do you want to add it to like the products you sell? You just maybe focusing on what, not focusing on
You
the work,
want.
basically. Yeah.
I can relate to
So that's
that too,
one thing
Sha.
I've learned.
Because even
Yeah.
after many years, people are still telling, like, bro, one of my most asked questions on Instagram is, are you going to go back to architecture? And I'm like, yo, we've had this discussion over and over again. I don't
It's
have
not
plans to,
happening.
like, people still say
Yeah.
things like, oh, when I'm ready to build my house, or oh, I just bought land, can you send design? See, sir, I can link you up to architects because I have architects friends, but me doing it, no. So I think
Personally.
in the end it boils down to being true to yourself. Like, as a person,
Yeah.
so there's a part where sometimes it's hard, like you don't actually know what you want, you're trying to figure it out. But once you cross that phase and you know who you are, you know what you want, you know the roles you can fit better into, just focus on that. Any other thing anybody says, they'll be all right. Like, last I have artist friends that are making shitload of money. I have voiceover artist friends that are making shitload of money. I have videographer friends. So it's just like, also, like, surrounding yourself with people with similar would I say abilities,
Interests.
similar interests as you, so that
Yeah.
when that noise is coming, you have reminders that, oh, it works for this person, it can work for me, it works for this person, it can work for me. And then you also
Exactly.
get to learn
Exactly.
from this circle of
Exactly.
people. Yeah, that's all.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
um
Yeah.
if you like say we don't come to an end,
This was nice. Yeah.
this was nice.
Yes. I hope you
We'll be
guys
seeing you on
enjoyed it. I
Instagram.
feel like, yeah, I feel like if there's like going to be, I think there might be a part two of this. Maybe we can invite like a life coach or something. I don't know. Do you think?
No wahala. We can put a pin on it, asterisk it.
Yeah.
We'll look into that. Yeah.
But thank
People
you
should
guys so
like,
much
follow, subscribe,
for
comment.
watching.
Don't be shy. We're here for you. We
Share.
don't bite.
We're back. We're back and we're better.
Are we better? We're struggling, people. This long distance video
We're
call.
better, inshallah. We're better.
Delulu.
Dramatic. Yeah.
All right, guys. Bye. See you. Put down, Bo.
Yeah.